Man, you come straight out of a coma. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoon Frenzy. As I said, the way that this goes is all of the guests here are going to give their lineup of what their Saturday morning cartoon lineup would look like from 6 a.m. in 30-minute increments. So from 6 a.m. to all the way to 11 a.m. And plus, we've added a bonus to this episode. They are going to tell us their 11 a.m. afternoon movie. If you were in the 90s, if you were with millennials, the best generation out, you already knew TBS, UPN, WB, TNT would always play some random ass movie that would get your attention to make you either go outside a little bit later or if you was on punishment, the good times rolling like myself. All right, last but certainly not least, Slyco the Psychos.
Hey.
All right, yeah. Now you didn't say it. 6 o'clock. These people been wilding. So I'm
it's a catchy, it's a classic, but it's not. I'm not waking my dad up singing this theme song. 6 o'clock in the morning. Hey Arnold.
Hey.
Starting off with Hey Arnold. And I was like, okay.
You could bop with
a good ease in. Yeah.
Right. You know, I'm not. That woke up closer to 6:30. As long as we could clear the first, 6 to 6:30.
First 30 minutes.
I was in the clear. Everything else could just, but okay. So second 6:30 block. Proud Family.
Hey.
I'm singing. I'm singing.
Okay.
I'm not screaming it, but like you and me will always be tied. Family every single day and night. I'm still. If dad's sleeping in, we going towards 7 o'clock. You're not waking up because I'm still vibing. Still a catchy song. Everybody know.
Man.
Right. Dad's awake by 7. Dad is right.
Like, okay.
My daughter watches that now. Like,
yes.
The newest one?
She watched all of them.
Hey.
All of them. She watched all the old ones and she watching the new ones.
Hell yeah.
Wizard Kelly.
Wizard Kelly.
Yes.
No, this is Wizard Kelly.
Yep. Wizard Kelly right there.
Sugar Mama.
Yes, Sugar Mama.
Yes.
They said Wizard Kelly looks like Shannon Sharp. Have you heard that?
Don't do that. Don't do
Cienega Boulevard.
Don't do up like that.
Wait, have y'all heard that? Like a lot of people on the internet are saying like Wizard Kelly is Shannon Sharp.
Don't do Uncle like that. Let me do a comparison. I gotta look at
it. Magic. Yeah.
He is, but in today's terms, if you look at the picture and look at Shannon Sharp in a suit,
You only see him for 2 seconds.
he looks like Shannon Sharp.
That's funny.
No, that's
Now I gotta look. Now I gotta see.
Oscar.
That's why I said I gotta see it side by side. Let me look at this joint.
It's
Almost.
right
He
now.
almost. He almost.
That's funny because
I'm
his
upset,
bottom
but I'm not
jaw,
upset.
that kind of dude looks like. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh no.
Now, if we all go back and watch
It's not
Proud
until
Family,
you see
that's
it.
what we're
That
gonna
look like
see.
Unc.
It's not until you see it.
That's
And
funny.
you like,
Gonna
yo.
go. Be like, hear me out. I got a cosplay idea for you.
Oh my God. Who's
Oh wow.
Yo.
Wizard Kelly and a Powerpuff Girl lady that you never see their faces.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
What was her name?
Stop.
Miss Bella.
Miss Bella.
Miss
Bella.
She probably
Proud
looked
Family.
like Jessica Rabbit. That's what she probably looked like.
No, never mind. I was going to say they showed her, but they didn't show her.
I thought they did show her face one time.
Nah, it was that. I don't know, but I know the time I'm thinking of. It was when they turned everybody into dogs, and they showed it, and she had the dog.
And she had the
No, but I remember them showing her
But
face.
even
one
that was,
time.
like,
She
kinda
she was a
covered.
redhead.
Yep.
I remember that she was a redhead.
Well, no, because you saw
no,
her hair.
because her hair was
Okay.
long, so you knew what her hair color and stuff was.
I thought they showed her. I could have sworn, but down they
She
showed
had
her.
a body yaddy on her.
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Bella.
Like Dexter's mom. Yeah.
Woo! Nah, ain't nobody
Okay.
feel like
Got a
that.
booty.
She was thick, yo.
Nobody built like Dexter.
The only Mrs. Incredible is built like Dexter.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
Mrs.
yeah.
Is incredible.
Oh,
Big star moms.
I'm mad we on here talking about this. I apologize, Deonne.
Apologize to me.
Hey, Deonne, down there like, I don't know about this.
I don't subscribe to those conversations. Not me. All right, this is a solid good wake up hour. This is I can still be in the bed and watch these. Like I ain't got to immediately just get up yet. I like these. Okay, so now we moving into 7, where I would say for myself, I go make my cereal based off of this. What's that 7?
So at that age, I was very girl power coded. Do not judge me for this hour. So we were talking about cartoons where like the characters don't change their clothes. This show is not applicable in that category because they had a different outfit on every episode. Totally spies. Every episode, different outfit.
Yeah, they did.
I wanted to be a spy so
See, Grace,
bad.
they up that budget up.
Right? That's what I was thinking
Give
about.
me some different crayons,
like,
yo.
I wanted to be a spy so bad as a child. Between a ninja and a spy, I wanted to.
Well, see how they save their money is because they were in suits.
Okay.
Most of the time.
Bodysuits, yep.
They were in the colorful bodysuits.
Sly, I totally feel you on the ninja thing because when I used to watch Three Ninjas religiously and want to do like every single thing that they did.
But yeah, totally spies. Dad was like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, "Walkie-talkies."
Yep.
Yes, walkie-talkies.
What? Walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
He looks at my mom and she's like, "Look, don't ask for questions. Just it's not like it's anything crazy. Just get her the walkie-talkies." He bought me a pack of 5 walkie-talkies. And I lived in a cul-de-sac.
Yes.
And I had 4 best friends growing up, and we all lived within the same neighborhood, and they would come over to my house because I was in the cul-de-sac. Guys, Dad bought me walkie-talkies. I gave everybody walkie-talkies.
And it was over.
They had like a good 5-mile radius, and we was around the neighborhood.
Your dad wasn't playing no games when he bought the gift.
Walkie-talkie.
That's
my dad's retired military, so he knew where all the good stuff was. So he was like, "Well, if I'm gonna spend money on some walkie-talkie."
Girl, this makes sense why you Black and Filipino.
Yeah.
Why are we like sisters from another mister right now? I live in a cul-de-sac. I'm Black and Filipino. My dad was in the Air Force. Look, I feel like the military produced a lot of Black Apinos in here.
100%. We are fried rice and fried chicken in the same.
Hey, hit me with that.
I digress.
Grace, say it again. Y'all, what now?
Black Apinos.
I feel that. I
love it. I never heard that before.
I don't think that's an option on. I don't think that's an option on a job application.
Oh,
right. Yeah. Like now, you wrote in other.
Hilarious.
You know, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Hell yeah. But yeah, so we was around the neighborhood, walkie-talkies, time of my life. That was the best birthday present as a kid, were those walkie-talkies. So keeping the hour going, very girl powery. Okay, no judgment. Powerpuff Girls.
Hell
yes.
Come on.
Momo Jojo, come on.
Let's
I was Buttercup.
Him.
I was Buttercup. I'm still very Buttercup coded. I'm very still.
Yes, I can see that. Okay,
Absolutely.
you Buttercup.
Loved Powerpuff
Very
Girls.
Buttercup.
Okay.
Look, she eating her Reese's Puffs. She watching Power Puffs.
I didn't realize when I got older that him was our first introduction to cross dressers.
Oh,
I was
it
like,
was scary.
Drag queens.
Yeah.
that was drag queen. I
And
was
we
like,
had no problem with it.
Yep.
We
Voice
accepted
and all.
it.
I
It
was like,
part
hey.
of life.
Yeah, those
And we
heels.
kept it pushing.
Hey, if anything, him
And bubble baths.
don't ever underestimate a drag queen. They'll whoop your ass.
Oh, goddamn.
You must ain't
The
seen
whole
him.
time.
Dang. Boy, they used to teach
The
us.
Powerpuff Girls was when I started drawing. That's how I learned how to draw. I would so one of my friends, she would like to write all the time. So I would draw like our own like comic panels.
Oh, cool.
And I would leave the talking bubbles blank. and then I'd pass my notebook to her, and then she would write in the dialogue. So she would have to match the dialogue to whatever panel I drew.
Cool.
What a great childhood.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
that was my childhood. That was that.
That was the first time I ever learned that. You know, when you ever find somebody that's saying when they say there's always somebody better than you at something you do.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Powerpuff Girls that let me know that. The father of my godchildren, both of us know how to draw. And when I saw him draw the Powerpuff Girls, this is where I knew I would never be a better drawer than him. This is like my moment of like being Vegeta, realizing I'm never gonna get
Oh wow!
Goku.
I'm never gonna
be Goku.
Yeah, and I saw that because when I saw him draw it, the first thing I saw, and I was like, "Yo, why you just randomly print out the Powerpuff Girls on a sheet of paper?"
And
he was like,
"No, I drew that.
I drew that." I was like,
"Wow." Colored it in too.
That's when I knew. I was like, "Oh, I'm never gonna be this good. I'm good. I ain't that fucking good."
Yeah, that was my origin story for drawing, was the Powerpuff Girls. So that was very like early elementary school. By middle school, I was drawing my own Gundams, my own Zoids.
Hey, you was drawing Gundam?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And then I started failing English. And my mom was like, "You need to write and practice writing." So long story short, I got into creative writing, started writing short stories, fan fictions, blah, blah, blah. Then I tried drawing again, and it was gone. And I was just like,
oh no.
Like a muscle.
I've lost my bubbles.
No. But then it was like long term as an adult, I'm like, I traded one for the other, but now I can write like nobody's business, both like personal life and professional life. And I'm like, if I long story, like big picture, it sucked. It was so great when I had it. But I'm glad I got this, but at what cost?
What did it cost you?
Everything.
The sacrifice.
To be fair though, when I'm ready to cuss somebody out by text message, I definitely make Sly proofread before I send it.
Hey.
I want
a lot of his stuff. He'll send it to me. And I'm like, I got you. And I
love that.
Like,
ChatGPT, you send it to Sly.
Yeah, ChatGPT ain't got nothing on Sly. Sly know what I'm going for. She was like, "Look, this you saying this
know
twice.
What tone he need." Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Love that.
Yep. Okay, so 8 o'clock. Dad's officially awake. Even if he slept in, he is awake by 8 o'clock because he watched this one with me. Static Shock.
Come on now. Come on now. We all know.
So many life lessons in that show. Like, and you didn't even realize it. There was a lot of shows we watched growing up that had a lot of life lessons.
I mean,
yeah.
It didn't like
all of these shows had
a majority of these.
Yeah.
Even the Turtles was life lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even on like Cowboys and Mazes, they took. No, I'm just kidding.
I was waiting. I was like,
Grace got close to the camera and was like, "No, sir." He said, "Just to circle back."
And the fact again, the fact you replace X-Men with Moo Cows is
Moo Cows.
Not the Moo.
Listen. What is it really called?
Moo Mesa.
Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Grace's title is way better. I'd have watched Moo.
That definitely was like on Disney Junior. Moo Cows.
I almost spit my water out. Oh my god.
Yo, Face. That was his name. Face.
Oh man. No.
And that was Moo Cows.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right after Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah.
We'll be right back on Disney Junior.
I can't be bothered.
Oh man.
This next one, this 8:30. This 8:30 is for Grace. Batman Beyond.
Hey.
That's a solid film to have to play too. Is at 8:30. That's a solid one right there.
Good old Terry McGinnis. Wasn't Batman was like 60?
He was old.
No,
he was older.
Batman was in his 90s.
He was old. Like Alfred was already gone.
Yeah, like I don't think Bruce was supposed to be alive at the time this took place. To be honest.
You know, he's rich though. He probably had some type of
something somewhere.
Yeah.
And then he got that good health care.
I mean,
he
could have just went to the Lazarus pit, which I don't understand why he ain't just go to the Lazarus pit.
He did in that one episode.
No, he was in his late 70s.
Wow.
He was in his late 70s.
He did do the Lazarus pit in one of these episodes, and knew like how unnatural it was, and stopped, and got obviously turned back old. But it was like Bruce Wayne with like a little gray streak in his hair. It's pretty dope to see him old like that. But
he was 80 years old. He was late 70s.
Late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, throughout the duration of the series. Yeah.
Was there also like a rumor that the guys who made Into the Spider-Verse,
they were going to do the Batman Beyond.
They were going to redo Batman Beyond.
Yeah, they had like a whole like snippet thing too of what it was.
Version of Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Oh, dope.
Oh, they missed out. That's Warner Brothers for you, boy. That
would have been so cool. I would have. I don't care how much.
That's Warner Brothers.
Y'all need help funding it. I will figure it out.
Warner Brothers not getting so cool. Warner Brothers not getting a penny of my money, a cent of my money.
I was like, we could have had something.
The biggest villains in the world is Warner Brothers.
Man, it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
All right, now we're moving into that prime time slot.
9 o'clock. Jackie Chan Adventures.
Okay.
Oh,
come on.
Wow.
I rock with Jackie
Chan.
We're cooking with grease right now.
This
is
a fun
he
time.
really had his own animated series.
That just flashed me all the way back. and my little brother was obsessed with this show too.
Jade was such of like an origin story type of character for me. She's very much part of my childhood lore. One of my favorite quotes from her, because I did this to my parents before, where they're like, they asked me something and I was like, yeah, Scout's honor. Like I'm a scout. And then she goes to do whatever anyway. But the talismans, I found on Etsy, somebody like 3D prints like the talismans in the container, and I want to buy that for my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Like the talismans representing like different powers, like super speed for like the rabbit. I think the sheep was like astral projection, the monkey was shape shifting, the rooster was like flight or like levitation or something like that. You had like laser vision with the pig talisman. It was a lot. It was Uncle Jackie. One more thing. You little going by me, all of it. That whole show was just chef's kiss.
That is a great 9 o'clock show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. All right. How you following that one up?
All right. I don't know. This is, some people remember it because it was around Jackie Chan Adventures. Some people don't remember it. Shaolin Showdown.
Come the fuck on, yo.
I don't.
Shaolin Showdown, yo.
Shaolin Showdown. Oh my goodness.
Showdown.
Wow.
This is definitely one that should not have ended.
At all.
This was up. I ain't gonna lie. This is up there with Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I feel like I've seen the cartoon.
Shaolin Showdown in regards to like elemental powers with their age group. I feel like they really set a good foundation for shows like Avatar.
What did it used to come?
They both bald.
Yeah. What channel did this come on?
WB.
WB.
WB. That does look like a WB cartoon.
Raimundo, Kimiko, Omi, Clay. Kimiko always had all the newest technology.
Yep.
Raimundo was from Brazil and he was very like street savvy. So he would
always suave.
Yeah. And then Omi was like, he was like the original at the temple. So he was very sheltered. So when Kimiko gets there and he sees like her version of a blackberry, he's just like, oh my God, what is that? She's like, it's my PDA. He's like, what's a PDA? Clay was from Texas. All of his Texan like catchphrases and slogans and stuff just had Omi like, what does that even mean? And then so the three of them try to teach Omi slang, and my favorite one is when they pull up on Jack Daxter and Omi was like, he who is last to laughing laughs most loudly. And it's like dead silence. And Raymundo's like, what Omi did to that sentence is what we're going to do to you.
Right. Right. Because Omi screwed that all the way up.
Oh, he did it all the time. Yeah. All the time.
And it's like all the different like artifacts they had to find. And then they'd get into like Shaolin showdowns. They'd be like, my mantis flip coin against your golden tiger claw. Go ye to buy! And it was like a different challenge or like an obstacle course, or they had to fight or something like that. It was just
See, I'm gonna have to go check this out too.
Please, yes. Oh my God. Yes. This was one that was near and dear to my heart.
I love this show. All right, so we're moving into your final hour. Let me bring the screen back up. So we're moving into your final hour. This is 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. I don't know, because this one was also up there with Shaolin Showdown, where some people knew it, some people didn't, because there was a voice actor from Avatar who was here first. American Dragon, from the J to the A to the K to the E.
Oh, Rufio.
Yes. Rufio, yeah.
Why don't I remember?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one
he
either.
was Prince Zuko.
Rufio's from Hook.
Yeah, this was
Rufio. Yeah, Rufio.
What year did this come out, Will?
Ooh,
that was like.
I do remember this show, though.
Yeah, I remember watching it. This was
that cartoon, or is on Disney Channel?
It was on Disney Channel. It's like 2000
Disney. Yeah.
2005.
Yeah, this was like straight Disney Channel. Yeah, now we was kind of like transitioning.
Yeah, Jake Long and Foo Dog.
I can honestly say I don't even remember.
That was my second year down there in the Bird. That was my second year in Hattiesburg.
It was so good. It threw us for a loop because they changed the animation towards the end. Because like his original dragon form, he was like tall and like very like bulky. Like he was like
it was like,
but then like towards like the later animation, he was like a slimmer dragon, like very like Wushu kind of.
He went from like Mighty Ducks build to like she said Mushu.
Yeah. So still slapped. The animation threw me off. Still slapped though. Because how are we gonna be in the middle and then I'll deal with it because it's American Dragon. I will deal with it.
So good. It was so good.
All right. Dante Bosco, that's his name. Dante Bosco.
Yeah. He just had a son.
Oh yeah, he showed it.
Baby. Yep.
Yeah, I follow him on social.
Congratulations, baby.
How cute.
I'm still calling you Rufio. That is your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Rufio for life.
Always. When the world goes to shit and the zombies attack, you have to say Rufio.
Still Rufio.
You will probably go out when it's time for you to leave. Rufio. Just
that's it.
Rufio.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, your final pick, 10:30. How you closing this out?
I'm twinsies with Grace, closing it out with Danny Phantom.
Hey.
Okay. That's a good closeout. That's a good closeout.
Yeah.
Close out to this.
Yep. 2 honorable mentions.
Which ones?
Why everybody stopped what she said there. Everybody was just like,
2 honorable mentions.
I don't know why the head tilt got us just so focused. 2 more, like what kind of 3D shit is she doing right now?
Pause for dramatic effect. Rocket Power.
I tried to introduce my son to that and he was not having it. I was like, this is the coolest show ever.
Rocket Power. So random.
Yo, technically because he living it if you think about it.
I was like, this is LA.
I was like, y'all do live over.
I'm like, what do you mean?
So with Rocket Power, I learned how to skateboard as a kid because of Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
I was like, I want to do what they do. So I learned how to skateboard.
Lame-o, or what did they say? I like their...
It was lame-o, and then it was shoebies. To this day, whenever I see people wearing socks and sandals, my brain just unconsciously shoobies.
Yo, they're the reason why I started eating fish tacos. I was like, yo, I don't know what this is. When I find it, it's a wrap.
Raymundo,
and what was it? Tito.
Watch. It just looked like
the coolest dad.
Version of
Raymundo, and then Tito was the dude from Hawaii.
You know their dad smoked weed.
100%. 100%.
Every time he looked like he was smoking, he was like, "Hey, let's go surfing, guys." And his hair literally used to be drawn like this. Wasn't shit in it though. But it's like, I know what you're holding.
I knew what they deleted.
And his uncle was cool. Their uncles were, yeah.
If you said rocket power, I'm curious as to what's your second honorable mention.
Invader Zim.
Oh, Cam, where's your back? First of all, I have a very traumatic experience from Invader Zim. There was one episode where he was like germophobic, and he didn't like germs,
yeah,
right?
He was like freaking out and had the whole
glasses where he could see all the germs and freaking what's his friend's name or dog name? Oh my God, Gur was
covered, and he's like rolling around in the dirt and the mud,
I
and
had
Jim's
to turn
just
off
like
the TV. I was like,
need to take a shower.
Oh, it was awesome.
But yeah,
Invader Zim.
A lot of these.
All the emos liked Invader Zim. It was hot and a hot topic. Invader Zim. Everybody loved Invader Zim and Hot Topic.
I'm not saying I had a Gur zip up hoodie.
You know what's funny?
But I had a Gur zip up hoodie. It was the ones that like zipped all the way up to the front, and the hood was like a mask.
Oh wow,
that's funny. Will gave my son this. Isn't that cute?
Oh wow,
yes.
Yo, but you know the connection to that? What? I was with Sly when I bought that.
Oh, shut up! Hilarious. He loves it. It's like his backpack full of goodies.
Like, oh, that looks. You're
hilarious.
When he came out here,
that's
we went to Hot Topic.
I was in that Hot Topic.
Hilarious. That's exactly what it was.
Oh. But yeah, I did a lot of random stuff because of these shows. Love it. So I learned how to ice skate because of Sailor Moon, because I wanted to do their spinning transformations. So I learned how to ice skate so I could do all their spinning transformations. That was my hyperfixation hobby for like a good 2 to 3 years. Same thing with skateboarding and rollerblading, like a good 2 to 3 years, because I did martial arts majority of my life. But those two were the most random hobbies ever.
I love Reacher. That's who she is.
That's Reacher, bro.
That's who she is. She been trained to look. She literally was on Deonne's watch list training. You know what I'm saying?
And like, she's a military police too. So she's literally like, she what's her name?
She can kick ass.
Was it Neely?
Neely. She's Neely from Reacher. She's legit. That's who they modeled that character after.
Now when I watch it, I'll be like, exposed.
It's so good. It's so good though.
Yeah. Oh yes. Now to finalize it off, what is your afternoon movie?
Dive 2. I couldn't decide today too. The Road to El Dorado.
Okay.
Ooh.
That was a very risque movie back
then.
It
was.
So good though.
Especially going back as an adult and watching certain scenes, you're like, wait a minute. They get away with this.
Right.
And Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
Yeah.
Which are very similar. Those two movies.
All of those, Treasure Planet and
Treasure Planet, yeah. Yeah.
What was the other one? Dang, what was the other one with the chick with the like white light? Atlantis.
That was Atlantis.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
All of that.
Yeah.
I like.
I don't like it with. I didn't like the second one though. Atlantis.
No.
Is it second Atlantis?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they changed it up. It was kind of like a new animation style. Like it's like a completely different film.
Does anyone have an honorable mention?
Does anyone remember Rockadoodle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honey, you had left when we were talking about the Moo Cowboys, the Moo Mason Cowboys. The animation looks just like
Rockadoodle. Brought it up was like they look alike.
Rockadoodle.
They could do a crossover and no one would object.
Well, I think that's the same company or production company that did the We're Back dinosaurs.
Whoever those drawings, whoever drew those cartoons need to come back. Those are my favorite styles of anime.
I remember we're
that
back.
Fern Gully.
Yep,
I think
back
was
to
part of it.
Gully.
Thumbelina.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Fern Gully.
Yeah,
I
dog.
still have the
Fern
VHS.
Gully.
Thumbelina.
Fern Gully was my shit too.
Fern Gully was
Fern
my
Gully,
shit.
I feel like I would want to trip and watch that for sure.
You
Especially
should.
when
Hey,
especially
when
they're dancing
Grace,
on
when
the
do you not
water.
want to trip? Hey, Grace, like I'm tripping on everything.
I love to watch
Make
that
it look magical.
From 6 to 10:30. She's
Fern Gully.
11.
Yeah.
Oh, my honorable mention movie is The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
yeah.
hands down, a very underrated
The
movie.
poisonous was Cusco. The poisonous
Poison
for
for Cusco.
Cusco's
Cusco's
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
There's a,
My
there's
favorite
a,
part was when he was on the wall. He was like,
He's singing his theme song, and then he gets.
I can't remember where it was, but there's like a really good YouTube documentary on the making of that.
Uh-huh.
It was like, I think it was one that's kind of like it was a shit show or something like that was the name of it.
Really?
I did not know like it was not supposed to be what it ended up being.
yeah.
It ended up
I
being
watched the
awesome.
documentary.
Yeah, it was a whole different story.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
They even brought in who? David Bowie? Not David Bowie.
David
Sting.
Spade.
Who was it? Was it David
Oh,
Bowie or
David
Sting?
Spade.
David
The
Spade.
Singers. I think it was.
No. They brought like Sting, I think, in to do the music
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, because he had just got off. He was just off of Tarzan with that.
The Tarzan was Phil Collins.
Tarzan was Phil Collins.
Oh my bad.
Phil Collins.
But
yeah.
he thought that he could do the similar stuff that Phil Collins did with this movie.
Mhm.
And by the time they got to like half, like went through so many rewrites, his songs didn't even make sense with the movie anymore.
To apply with the
Dang.
movie.
Oh, it was so
They didn't even think they knew what the movie was gonna be. Like the people that were voice actors, they were like,
yeah.
I just did the voice and
and
I
that
don't
was
even know
it.
what we're doing in this movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild to
John
see that.
Goodman is in it.
That's a solid lineup though, Sly. And like all of your stuff stay consistent. Like this just reminds me of like, you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of a brother and sister that are the same age. And it feels like you had to combine their lineup.
We have to share.
This
you
is
get an hour, I get an hour.
Yeah, you got your girl stuff, you got your
Yep.
stuff that will be for guys, but you got your stuff that both of y'all can enjoy, like Jackie Chan Adventures and Shaolin Showdown, and then you have like you end off with a cool Danny Phantom.
It's a fun time,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's a fun time. This is the one like I would watch this and go outside ready for the day. Like I feel like I'm ready for adventure after watching it.
Hey,
I'm feeling good after this live.
Mhm.
Honestly, all of these,
Yeah, all
Man.
of y'all fire.
like everybody, like picked some really, really creative ones.
Yes.
yeah, this is just seeing it all on here, like how you did that with all the pictures. I get so excited watching it because I'm like, wow, these are our hitters.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I wanted to make sure like the first time we did like Saturday Morning Frenzy, I had to like write it. I didn't really know like StreamYard like that, but then started playing around with it more, and I was just like, okay, now I know how to make this. And then seeing it and how many people enjoyed it, I was like, okay, this is how I need to make it look. So I originally made this lineup like what you see now for like the clips. And then I was like, yo, this would work well. I can put this in Photoshop and just work straight from Photoshop when we do this stuff. And I was so like, y'all are like the first ones, I think, that may have had this one on y'all actual episode.
Batman and Spider-Man are tied.
Yeah.
For being the most on the board.
Yeah.
From what I see.
Everybody is a Batman
We
and
got
Spider-Man.
2 Thundercats. We got 3 Spider-Mans.
I mean, two of the best superhero cartoons ever made.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
These are some great lineups. Like I think if you showed any one of these dumbass kids in this new generation this lineup, they probably gonna be haters and be like,
They're probably gonna be haters.
yeah, they probably gonna be haters.
Mm-hmm.
With this. But for the people that know these shows, even if you don't know these shows, I hope this episode at least made you decide to go check out some of these that you may not have seen, like Moo Moo Cows. Because
A reboot.
You know what? I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect Marshall Moo Montana like that, because Marshall Moo Montana stood for justice. He stood for good.
No, it was
terrible. That one.
It was. See
that one.
Yes,
Grace. I thought I made a new friend today.
I'm sorry, Dia. I'm sorry.
But Grace, can you let me know what are your thoughts on Sly's lineup?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love that it starts off with some like jazzy stuff, like jazzy shit with Hey Arnold, and even with like Proud Family. It's like, okay, I'm vibing right now. And then we get into the action, and we stay in the action for the rest of the day. And I'm awake by then. And I it's been a minute. I don't think I really watched Jackie Chan's but I do vaguely remember it, and so now I want to go back and like tap in. But it's a solid lineup.
Yes, Deonne, your thoughts on Sly's lineup?
Oh, like I said earlier, it's a fun time. Like it's just Hey Arnold solid. Hey Arnold, that whole block right there sort of fits. What early preteens, teenagers sort of coming into their own sort of thing with a great group of friends. And yeah, we get some action in there at 8. And then we close out like those 3 I'm not familiar. Well, Jackie Chan, I take that back. But the other 2 at 9:30 and 10, not super familiar with. So to be able to see something new and then close out with Danny Phantom is pretty dope. So weren't his parents like Ghostbusters?
They were like the Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which makes it even that much better because their son is an actual ghost.
They had matching they had jumpsuits and everything.
Yeah.
Well,
the mom's was like teal, and then like the dad's was like orange.
Yeah, I thought it so. But no, this just seems like a fun time. Phil Lamar voice and Static Shock. I mean, it's just cannot go wrong.
Yeah. Honey, your thoughts on Sly's lineup?
I like Sly's particular lineup for this one because like it has a beginning, middle, and an end. There's like a beginning there where it's like just nice and mellow, and then you get to like the Powerpuff Girls, and then the 8:00, 8:30 where it shifts, and it gets a little bit more exciting. So it's pretty much like your espresso in the morning where it wakes you up. So I like that.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
And Doc, your thoughts on Sly's lineup?
Oh, I'm rocking with it. It's a couple of things I hadn't seen, like the American Dragon one. I ain't seen that one, and the one next to it, I didn't get to watch that one either because, I just wasn't on Disney like that. Which is crazy because at that time I wasn't on Disney like that. Let me rephrase, because I was on Disney with the Tailspin and DuckTales and the rest of the joints, Gummy Bears and all that. But during this time, this was what 2007, 2005. I wasn't really rocking with Disney like that. But Batman Beyond for sure. Static Shock, come on, get with it. Powerpuff Girls, let's whoop everybody ass. I'm rocking with this lineup, and I check out the those 2. But other than that, solid lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think all y'all have achieved this above and beyond. Like if there was like 100, y'all would definitely be getting extra on all of these because I think y'all all touched on y'all personalities, but also was able to grab the magic that was the Saturday morning lineup. Because all of these are definitely different children after their leave.
Right.
And now they are all different moods as they leave. But this was incredible, y'all. Like y'all, I want to thank each and every single one of y'all because this is gonna make me want to keep doing this. So, like again, I've tested this out like once, maybe twice, but y'all are the reason why it's like, okay, I got now a solid segment when it comes to the Saturday morning cartoon frenzy, and I'm gonna keep doing this. So, again, shout out to y'all. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I don't want to keep y'all no much longer.
Yeah,
I appreciate all of y'all so much for sitting here this long. I really do.
No problem.
See, I told you I came prepared this time, Will. I was ready.
Yes, you did. Everybody. Grace literally went picked up her child, and we were still here. Trust me, I'll be back for the next person come. She really was.
Yeah.
I think she only missed Docs. That was about it.
Sorry, Doc.
It's all good.
But before we get out of here, though, I always want to thank my audience and then make sure that they know where to go follow and support each and every single one of you. So we're gonna start like the way we did with the introductions. We're gonna start with Doc, and then we're gonna go, and then we're gonna end with Grace. Doc, you're up.
All right. Once again, I am Doc. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Doc's pop up. I be cooking. I'll let you boy.
I like it, honey.
the Sweetest Soups Wrestling with Honey on all the social spaces, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube. You can also find me with the Kayfabe podcast with Deonne and Will. It's always a fun time there. Looking forward to the next episode coming up real soon, as well as, of course, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays on Women's Wrestling Talk. And check me out on Fridays. Tomorrow we have our Honey Night SmackDown watch along.
Slide.
Hi. Slycooper 711, aka Slyco the Psycho. Like I said earlier, variety Twitch streamer. My handles are the same on Twitch, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Thank you, Doc. Yeah, forget one. Deleted my Twitter. Slycooper 711 handle, same for all of them. So hope to see you guys on my stream.
Yeah, Deonne over at All Star Fandom Show, along with Doc, we team up to do some reviews, celebrate fandoms, because there's a lot of toxicity out there. It's just fun to like, hey, we're getting these things in our day and age of like, I can't be mad if I get a Batman movie,
Yeah.
At this age, we're still getting good content. We're doing some reviews now. Doc is doing the Daredevil review along with our partner Jen every week right after the episode. So every Tuesday night at 10. Hop on 10 Eastern on that one. Over on Instagram on, like I said, All Star Fandom Show, TikTok All Star Fandom Show, and on YouTube. Come over, subscribe, have some fun. We'll celebrate some fandoms. So yeah, thanks for having me, Will.
Sure.
And I'm Grace Aubry. And you can just find me on Instagram, okay? God's Grace Aubry. But I did start a website. Shout out to Will to help me with this, but I am starting a blog. The website's called For Goodness Grace. My Single Mom's Guide to Surviving LA blog is going to be on there. Lots of good tips and whatnot. And buy my bumper stickers, because I created bumper stickers because I be in these streets like, I wish people knew that you should be using your damn blinker or you're too close. And anyway, they're funny. I've had some punny bumper stickers. But anyway, that's me, Grace. Okay.
Yep. You can find me on all socials at Yam Yam Bigelow, because we like things around here.
Can I also get the yams?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Boy, Charlie was singing that boy with all his heart, boy.
And stop while we at it. Yes. And then you can also follow me on YouTube and my Twitch. We'll be getting back on Twitch with the video games, but also make sure that you support the Kayfabe podcast as well. Those are on my personal Will Pharaoh YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to these videos, and then subscribe to the Straight Out of a Comic Book YouTube channel, and as well as follow me on my regular socials, Will Pharaoh, Pharaoh. Make sure that you like on there, follow, support, comment, share the content, because believe me, they make sure that they do not push our stuff and they try to push the BS. So please make sure you see any of our faces, like it, comment it on it, share it, put it on your stories, do all of the things. Make this become constant content, right? So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all let us know what would your Saturday morning frenzy lineup be, and tune into the next one. We'll catch you next time.